Hey guys, it's Casual Friday, and I usually don't do videos on Casual Fridays, but I've been getting a lot of phone calls. I've been getting a lot of phone calls from people asking, hey, can I be fired from my job if I go protest? If I go protest, do they have the right to fire me? Because I feel like I'm being discriminated. Well, the real answer is it depends. And why does it depend? Because if you really feel you're being discriminated at work, there's certain things you need to know. You can't just win a discrimination claim unless you're being discriminated for being under a protected class. What is a protected class? A protected class is age, race, color, national origin, disability, gender, religion, pregnancy, or retaliation. So what does that mean? That means that maybe if what you're protesting for is because of your race or because of your age, then maybe you can find a way to explain, prove through evidence that the real underlying reason is one of these protected classes. How do you do that? Well, evidence of discrimination is derived from direct evidence, which could be something that's obvious, right? It could be emails, text messages, letters, audio messages, for example, right? But usually they're not going to tell you, hey man, you're fired because you're too old. They're not going to do that. But you know what they might do? They might replace you with somebody that's younger. They might say somehow or insinuate that they want a younger culture in the office. Those things are circumstantial evidence. And circumstantial evidence is discriminatory intent, right? So their intentions are shown to be things that are associated with age, race, color, and etc. Right? And then there's also disparate impact, right? So for example, does what the actual standards of the company favor certain races, favor certain people that don't have disabilities or do have disabilities, favor gender roles, favor certain religious practices? Does that make sense? Now, what do you do if you feel like you've actually been discriminated, right? What do I do now? Like, I feel I've been discriminated. How do I move forward? Very simple. So there's two things that you can do, and it really depends, right? It depends. If you still have your job, and you're still employed, the first thing you need to do is you need to file a formal complaint with your HR department. You need to file a formal complaint. Now, what happens if you've already been fired? If you've already been fired, they've escalated it. So now, if you're terminated, you need to file a charge of discrimination with the appropriate entity. Okay? So that's the EEOC, the Florida Commission, or your local agencies. And that's going to vary on several different things. So what you really need to do, if you feel you've been discriminated for any reason, you need to speak to an attorney immediately. Okay? At PereGonza, we will give you a free consultation. You can speak to an attorney.